Today we're going to go on a tour of the American map coming with Farming Simulator 23 Amberstone. I do already have a game save that I'm working on here, and all my saves are full, so you may see a few things that might be quite different as far as the fields or equipment, but everything else is the same. This is more about what do we get, like production chains in the fields, how much do they cost, and where are the sell points located, and what about the animals? As far as starting equipment goes, we do have a couple nice things. So on the far left right here with the Massey Ferguson MF 3670. We have two of those. Also on the left side of your screen, we have the John Deere 4755. We got one of those as well. And your starting combine harvester is the Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090 HTS, just like in Farming Simulator 22. Of course, you will have the starting trailer, the Velger DK115. Won't be going too crazy with headers, you just got the Deutz-Fahr 4090. Again, similar thing with the cultivator, you have the Raba EG39 and the Nordston HK25 NS3030. And that is all the equipment that you get in a starting farm. And yes, the equipment is the exact same on both maps when you start off. As far as fields that you own, you get 1, 2, and 3. I've gone and bought 10 because it was the easiest for me in this series, but you can do whatever you like. We do have multiple animal locations all the way around, so let's go in and we'll take a look at some points of interest. We're going to actually start with those animals. So your chicken pasture is going to be located right on your main farm. The cow barn is actually just north of that. The horse barn is going to be found right here, which is on the upper left-hand corner, somewhere around there. Pigsty is down middle, south of the map. And we have the sheep barn, which is over here on the right. Then we have our buying and selling station. So we have Bell Cells, which is up here at the top right-hand corner of the map. We have the biogas plant, which can be found right here. It's over by the main farm, which is kind of nice. We have diesel tank. So this is located on your farm. You actually don't have to go very far for that. And yes, we even have an electronic charging station that's over on the BGA. Farm storage, of course, is going to be found right here. Now, farm storage is actually a buying station. That's where you're going to buy your seeds, liquid fertilizer, or say solid fertilizer, and your herbicide. So that is them. And then we also have some sell points like Farmers Market. That's going to be up here at the top middle of the map. We have the feed and grain north, as well as feed and grain south. Top left and bottom right of the map. Those are going to be two of your big sell points. We've also got other places. So up here at the top left-hand corner, we have what's called fertilizer tank. Fertilizer tank is somewhere that's basically like your grain or your purchase point on the main farm. So this is seeds, your solid fertilizer, and your herbicides are going to be purchased there. Then we have gas station, which is just a full gas station. We have the sawmill. That's right, because we have logging and Farming Simulator 23 finally back. And then some sell points, so like supermarket and things like that. But yeah, we got production points too, baby! So again, starting off, we've got our main farm right here. As far as bakery, so that's going to be here. That is going to take your flour and turn it into bread. It'll also take a couple other things. I think we have carpentry over here on the left, cereal factory down at the left. We also have the dairy on the far right. Grain mill, that's going to be right on the left, almost smack dab in the middle. A grape processing is just right beside it as well, because we have grapes and olives. Oil mill, speaking of olives, that's where you're going to sell those. Spinnery, that's where you're going to take your wool or cotton. And then we have sugar. We have the tailor shop, and that is it. But that's not it, because we also have some other points of interest as well. We have the animal dealer, which can be found at the top right-hand corner of the map, right up there. We have the bale and pallet storage, which is going to be found on your farm. That's right. We have bale and pallet storage built into that. We have a car wash, so if you guys start to get things dirty, you need to take it there. Farmhouse, this is where you go to sleep. You gotta go there. Grain silo, this is where you're going to store everything. It holds, I believe it's 400,000 liters of crop. And then we have a vehicle shop. This is where you buy your vehicles and sell them. And that is every single point of interest on the map. We also have a couple fields. So if we jump over to fields, we can pop around to every single one and you can see the field hectare and things like that. But then we have ones available to buy. You cannot sell any field after you've bought it, at least as far as we've been able to find. So you can see here, for example, field 4, $195,000. Field number 5 right beside it, more expensive, $253,000. A little cheaper going through there, $479, you can find the big square fields. Those are going to be a lot more, even though it doesn't seem like you're getting as much area. They're just a little easier to farm, that is all. Like, for example, here, this, I feel, field number 9, is similar sized to the field right beside it, field 4, but the pricing is so different from it. Plus, it's got some things located right near it as well. And then you kind of go around. The pricing between these is $100,000. Should it be? I don't know. And then this field right here might be one of the best ones right there, but it also depends on what's on it as well. And then the one that everybody's going to want, field number 17. And actually in my Let's Play, that's the next field I'm buying. So let's jump in a truck. I'm going to zoom out and we are just going to hang out with each other and see everything. So this is the series that I'm working on right now. I got a big John Deere dairy farm is what I'm working on currently. You can see we got a bale right here. This is the storage point for that if you guys want. And we got a couple little areas around through there. I've got all my fields currently doing oats. Yeah, there you go. Let's come out here and we're gonna crank a left. I could have actually come out here way easier. We're gonna start at the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and there on the left-hand corner, you guys can see I've got a little mini-map. It's not huge, but it is big enough. I have my mini-map set to 50% right now, so it's half the size it would be. That is your sheep area right there. Coming around through here, we also have our dairy, so that's going to be where you sell all of your milk, stuff like that. And also have a little area up top, but that doesn't do anything. It's just sort of like role play and that type of thing. This is your grain south. And then we can come out of here, and I'm gonna go a little yay. Let's go, yeah! You can have a little bit of fun with it. It's all right. It's okay to have a little bit of fun. We do have kind of an area down here at the bottom where it's not flat by any means, but it is kind of squared off, which is good. Speaking of, so we got grapes and olives, and this is kind of what I was talking about, because you never know quite what is on each field. You can't get rid of those. So that is definitely something that you might need to think about. So this is $118,000. It is not expensive whatsoever. This field, or this farm, or field, yeah, this is similar size, maybe a little bigger, but it's not $90,000 bigger. So you are going to find that some of the fields around might seem a little bit cheap in here for the size. Ooh, well, that's pretty good. But you do need to be careful about what is there. Down here we have our pigs. You can tell that by the silo and everything. They do make manure. That is going to be separate. So we've got that. And a little farm down here so you can keep everything nice and tidy the way you want it. And I'm going to swing a little bit through this field, which appears to be either grain or grass. I'm not quite sure. And then we have, I think it's 3 or 4 different points here. So we have our oil mill there. We have our sugar mill there. No sugar cane, by the way. And then we've got this right here. Cereals. Nice. Let's go out. This is a fuel point for us. I have 100% fuel, but if I didn't, well, then we could go there. And then right here, we can wash. $44 for that. So be careful with your bad self about washing vehicles. It's not too far from the main farm, so at least there's that. It could be a whole lot worse. Coming along through here now, we've got another purchase or a production point there on our left. To our right, we could see the main farm way off into the distance. The BGA, of course. We got to swing in here. How about that real quick? This is where we're going to be able to do quite a few things. As you can see, we've got our fermenter over here. We've got a couple other spots around towards the side. Here we've got some sell points right in front of us, and then we've got a weigh station there. There is a lot to this, and I mean a whole lot. If you do want to have a little bit of fun, though, it works really well as a ramp, so you can have some fun as a ramp. Plenty of room to get around. Let's go out here, and we will swing to the right. Currently, also, I have our traffic turned off, but you can turn it on if you want to. I don't like traffic at all. 2 points around here, as I mentioned, we have great processing, and we have our grain mill, 2 more productions, and finally we get down here to the top left. This is going to be Grain North, and this is where you're going to buy seeds, fertilizer, and herbicide. So if you guys need those, that is where you want to go. One of the larger areas, open areas at that, so you guys can have plenty of room. Now up through here, we've got, be careful, we've got some more areas where we can drive, pull in. We have our sawmill, which is nice and open, so plenty of room there. We do have a nice size field here. You can see a circle almost around me. That is just where it is decided that it wants to go out to and render to. So there's that. And then we're coming through here. Again, some fields don't have much in them. And then if we look here to our right, we have olives. Olive trees are growing, baby. And we do have the equipment to be able to run those. Coming up here, we have another production chain at the top, right through there. And then we have this entire field. As far as I've been able to tell, I've only bought 2 fields, I think, in different series, but you can't really buy a field if it's got a bunch of stuff in it. It will harvest the whole thing for you. And as I don't go too far, this is our shop. Yeah, I like the shop. Again, this is the American map. I've done more series and more gameplay and testing on the American map than I have the European. That being said, I do like both maps, and I think they're both great for the mobile game. This is a really big field, by the way. So if you guys are able to get this, let me know. It costs $833,000, and I got $795 right now. And yeah, I'm gonna spend all of that because I know I can make it back quickly. And this road right here leads us back to our main farm. One thing I didn't show you was the cattle area. There's one little road that kind of goes in between this area that we haven't covered yet. So over here, of course, I got a bunch of equipment. Yeah, if you're going to be doing cattle, you're going to have a lot of equipment. But we've got our cattle area right here. We've got a small little farmyard area through there. Down through there, there's the BGA, and then this is the road that goes up the middle of the map. Right through here, and it's going to pop out where we've got a couple sell points, a couple production points, and then to the right, and then we'll just keep going. So this is your horse farm right through there. And then this road will take us back to the shop. And that is pretty much your tour around Amberstone, the American map, coming with Farming Simulator 23.